Hey guys, it's Holly, and today I have a super early LEGO Star Wars review for you guys, which I'm so excited with, as today we'll be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars brand new Darth Vader helmet out of the brand new helmet series. So these sets actually go up for pre-order today and officially release on the 26th of April, which I guess is a lot sooner than I thought. I originally thought these were going to release on May the 1st, along with kind of the rest of the May the 4th stuff. So this is set 75304 and has 834 pieces, and it also retails for $70 and 90 Australian. So this is kind of pretty much the same as the rest of the helmets in the series from last year. So this set was sent to me for review from Lego/Land. So thank you so much for sending me this early. In saying that though, it doesn't change any of my opinions on the set. And also let me know out of the Scout Trooper and the Probe Droid, which ones you guys would want to see next, because I also have them in hand to review as well. So let's take a closer look at this theme, because Darth Vader by far is the one I've been most excited for. So here is the Vader helmet all built up, and I really like the design of this in person. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like as soon as I saw the photos, it did look kind of dodgy, especially when I put it up against the Star Wars Celebration bust that was a Target exclusive a couple of years ago. I personally really liked the design of that, and I was hoping that kind of the design for this helmet would be quite similar, and I definitely think they have improved upon it, although it's definitely something that looks better in person, and I definitely don't think it's perfect either, but it is really close. And kind of the part that annoys me looking at it all built is kind of how skinny this full section is here, and sort of how disconnected this bottom bit is. I definitely think the shape of the top of the helmet itself looks spectacular. I think the eyes and kind of all how that's done is also really good. It's just this bottom bit, it feels kind of gappy and quite skinny in all honesty. Starting off at the bottom, of course, we do have a really nice printed Star Wars Darth Vader plate, which I wish didn't have to have that copyright symbol, but it looks pretty cool at the end of the day and looks really slick. We also have a very similar base, which I'm pretty sure is the exact same as every other Star Wars helmet, so there's nothing too new there. And then at the top we do have the helmet itself, and because Darth Vader is black, it does blend in pretty seamlessly with the base. There's no color changes or things like that, sort of like the TIE Fighter pilot one was, although unlike that, there's a lot less kind of color accents. For example, you've only got some gray modified studs here and some tiny bit of sticker detailing, which yes, unfortunately, there is some sticker detailing. So in this set, you do get 4 stickers, and all of them are in this center section here. So you get 2 triangular ones, which I definitely did stick at slightly different heights. You also, unfortunately, get a 1x1 one, which I think I did pretty good application wise. It's definitely the easiest one in my opinion. And then you also have one at the bottom of the bust here on his little chin, which once again was pretty easy, and that's just on an angular kind of slope plate here. Now there's a lot of studs not on top methods used in this helmet. There's also a lot of hinge pieces used, and overall some really neat building techniques, although I definitely think one of the most interesting parts of this helmet is actually the creation of a new piece. So if you look at the bottom here, there is a 2x6 wedge plate, which is brand new for the creation of this helmet. It looks really good. Unfortunately, you only get one of each kind of side in this set, but I can see them doing more of them in the future, and I can see a lot of mock builders as well getting a lot of use out of that piece in the future. Now, fortunately or unfortunately for some people, there are a lot of exposed studs, as to be expected with this Vader helmet. However, you do get it kind of tiled off, as these tiles head all the way up to the top and round to the front of the helmet itself. All of these back pieces are connected via a hinge, so they can kind of be flapped around and adjusted and maneuvered and things like that. But of course, the optimal one is for this one to be upmost and these ones to be down as flat as possible. However, you can kind of make it look like Darth Vader's flying if you feel like doing so. But when you do lift them up, you can see what I mean by kind of how skinny this face thing is. And part of that I think comes down to the rods that are used. You've kind of got these like jousting sticks here, which are being used and connected to a clip piece. And then on top of that, you do have some regular rod pieces, which are attached via a ball joint, which does mean they can kind of move around. And they do look kind of funky, but I guess when the flaps are down, it looks and kind of blends in a tiny bit better. So this entire bottom section is all hinged on here, as is this kind of chin piece. That's all connected via one stud, so it is kind of flimsy, and I will kind of give you warning towards that when building. Also, when you lift the side flaps up, you can kind of see the colored interior of the bust. There's a lot of blue and a lot of red. teal as well, and there's also some lime green here, but you can't see any of that once the kind of flaps are down and you are facing from the front. Besides that, the build is pretty robust and it is quite heavy. This does have a bit of weight to it, I do have to agree, kind of when picking it up and maneuvering it around. When you come to the front, it does get quite flimsy. There's a lot of pieces that are kind of held onto some of those bar pieces just using either Technic clips or regular clip pieces. So it means that kind of Vader's eyebrows and his eyes are quite flimsy and can be adjusted, and I'm always scared that they're gonna kind of snap off, which isn't a very good thing. But since these are 18 plus models, I guess there isn't too much worry here because, you know, you're not gonna buy this and probably give it to a young child to play around with. This is a very much display-centric piece, which is what the designers as well said when talking about this set. Like, these are meant to be beautiful display pieces and kind of capture all of the iconic helmets from Star Wars. One part I quite like about this build, which I guess was just them using the parts in which they already have, and that's the fact that all of this kind of cheek section is a lot more matte because they're using slope pieces rather than these curves like on the eyeballs. So it does kind of give it some texture and it doesn't have that shiny reflective feel that I guess the rest of the helmet has, although to be completely honest, like, Darth Vader's helmet is quite reflective, so I don't hate all of these shiny pieces. However, they are a lot more prone to fingerprints and kind of getting dirty. Like, if you look at that, it's quite dirty just from me building it. Like, there's a lot of fingerprints and things like that. Another thing to note about this helmet is that it's going to be very prone to kind of dust and getting dirty. You can even see just me building it, there's a lot of specks here and there. Like, this thing is going to attract dust and it's going to get scratches on it as well if you are not careful. So I would highly recommend putting this in a dust-free cabinet or something like that in order to protect it and just keep it its absolute best. Even one of those kind of acrylic display cases I feel like would be really good for something like this. That being said, would I do that myself? Probably not, but you know, I'm not going to listen to my own advice, but you guys should definitely take it if possible. But overall, that is the entire Darth Vader helmet. I was definitely the most excited for this helmet, and I probably wouldn't say that it lives up to my expectations, but it doesn't fail on them either. I really like the design of this. It's so much better in person, seeing it all built up. The photos did not do this thing justice at all, so please do not just go off of them. Hopefully this video kind of conveys that a bit better. At full retail price though, I feel like these helmets are quite steep. It's kind of hard to justify it, especially even during the build process. There's only 5 bags, so it doesn't feel like a lot, and the fact as well that these are quite small, and that's just a fact of kind of how the helmet line is. Like, it shouldn't be bigger, I don't think, but just the fact that it is quite contained and things like that does kind of make it harder to sell at a higher price point. But then again, if you look at the helmets that were released last year, you can very easily find them for 20% off at regular retail stores or on Amazon even. Otherwise, I think they're a great thing for whenever like a Star Wars only promotion comes out, whether that be May the 4th or last year as well, like that Han Solo keyring is. I think this is something pretty good to get that I feel like at least myself has kind of overlooked in the past. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think of this set, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you again to LEGO and Len for sending me this set early. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.